Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Oneill Superfreak 3-2 summer wetsuit for forthcoming summer 2013. Okay, the Superfreak was introduced a couple of years ago, and since then it's pretty much been one of our best-selling winter and summer wetsuits. The reason being is a great entry system, great quality neoprene, and it's really well priced, sort of low hundreds for the summer suit and mid sort of hundreds for the winter suit. So it's a really good value wetsuit, and with the Oneill name behind it. So what's the Superfreak all about? As I say, it's just a really sort of well-priced, flexible wetsuit with a chest zip system. So people that like the chest zip love this suit because they don't have to pay too much for it. The seams itself, basically the wetsuit itself, is 3-2, so it's 3mm of neoprene on the lower body and 2mm on the upper body where you need a bit more flexibility. The key selling point about this suit is a majority of the suit is what we call Ultraflex or super stretch neoprene. So the standard neoprene basically is still in this wetsuit, but it's just around the midsection, around the sort of middle of the thigh there, and I believe that's around the back and around the bum as well, where you don't really need that much flexibility. The rest of the suit is ultra stretch, so you get that all in the upper body, huge amount of flexibility, and you get it all down the hips as well. So sideways movement, the lateral movement's really fantastic, all the way down the suit, and you get an unbroken seam, so it really feels good and flexible the whole way through the suit. Around the back, you get it around the back of the legs as well, just makes it easier to get the suit on and off. The seams on the wetsuit are glued and blind stitched. So what I mean by that basically is the two pieces of neoprene are butted up together, and then on the other, sewn halfway through, on the other side they're glued. Stops any water coming through the seams and keeps you drier, keeps you in the warmer and in the water for longer, but also feels better against your skin because there's no seam there. Okay. Which is really why we sell so many of these suits, because once you try it on, it feels fantastic. The combination of lightweight neoprene and good glued and blind stitching definitely feels good once you've got it on. Another good thing about the suit as well, you haven't got any liquid taping on it, which might make it a bit less robust than some of the other suits, more expensive suits. But having said that, the liquid taping does sort of give an element of restriction to the suit as well. So the suit will never be as flexible as it could be without the liquid taping. So you don't get it on this suit, just good glued and blind stitch seams, which does make it very flexible, and in my book makes it really, really comfortable. Lower on the wetsuit, you've got the Duraflex knee pads. It's a standard sort of material they use these days, just to reinforce the knee, make sure that it doesn't wear through and you don't get holes in your knees. Okay. Around the collar, it's worth noting as well, you get a roll neck collar. Basically, or glide skin collar. Basically what that is, it's two pieces of neoprene married up together. The side piece of neoprene has a smooth material. That sticks against your neck, and then when it moves up and down, it's actually the outside piece that moves and not the inside piece. Stops any rash or rub and creates a better seal with your neck to keep water out. That's the main benefit of a chest zip system as well, keeping water out. Because you don't have a zip running the whole way down the back, gives you more flexibility across the back panel, but also means that it's less likely for any water to come in through your zip, and around the collar because you get an unbroken seal around the neck, whereas it gets broken up if you have a back zip suit. I'll show you the zip system in a second. You do get a smooth skin panel on the front and back of the suit, specially treated neoprene to keep out the wind, so it'll keep you warmer in those sort of cold nippy days. The chest zip system then, it's sort of like a diagonal chest zip system, comes across here. Basically, the actual chest zip is sewn up and over the inside of the wetsuit. So if I open it up and bring this sort of chest piece over the top, okay. Okay. Bring the chest piece up and over the top. Then the actual wetsuit itself is brought up really high collar on it. Basically means that any water that does come in through the collar of this suit here, rather than going into the wetsuit, is met with this sort of chest piece and guided out through the side of the wetsuit here. So it marries up with it sort of sits tight against your body, stops any water that does come through the neck piece. It's just met with this and drained out of the suit. And that's the same around the back as well. You actually get a drain hole. It's like a little bit of a gap there, basically lets the water out, and you get it around the arm as well, just to make sure that any water that comes into the chest piece is drained out of the wetsuit. So it's not a fault with the suit, which a lot of people do sort of mistake it for. It's actually a way of getting the water that comes in through the chest zip, through the side or through the collar, out of the wetsuit, rather than into your suit. The suit itself as well, you've got a PK zip on the chest zip system. It's a spring-loaded, very well-treated zip, very robust, and doesn't corrode or get stuck once salt water's been on it. Okay. Inside the wetsuit then, if we open it up, have a little look inside. You do get some features lurking inside. Now if I turn this inside out, not fully, but enough, basically you can see the sort of red material here. This is the back of the suit, and this red material is what we call an Ultraflex, sorry, I don't know if it's Ultraflex the firewall, but it's basically a firewall material from Oneill, and it's just like a thermal material. It's just very quick dry, but also retains heat inside the suit. So once the heat leaves your body, it's normally lost through the neoprene, quite slowly, but it is lost. This just helps retain that heat inside the suit for a bit longer and keep you a bit warmer. And you get that around your back, around your chest where you need it to keep your core area, keep your organs warm, which in turn will obviously keep you warm. Any sort of key stress points are taped, just to make sure the suit's sealed and robust and it's not going to fall apart. So basically that's everything going on with the Oneill Superfreak. There's probably more features that we could blab about all day, but having said that, that's everything you really need to know. It's a fantastic value for money, chest zip summer wetsuit or winter wetsuit. This one in particular is the 3-2. But if you're looking for a very flexible, hard wearing, chest zip summer wetsuit, then the Superfreak from Oneill should definitely be on your shopping list.